8:35, welcome back. Tuesday morning continues. RiverBender.com, Roku TV. Any opportunity I get to embarrass myself near a set of golf clubs I'm in. Carlton, how are we doing this morning, man?
Good, CJ. How are you?
Well, this is really exciting. I'm doing great, but you're talking about 8,300 square feet of a hell of an experience now open in Clayton. You've got to be feeling great.
I'm doing wonderful. We're so excited to be open for the community. St. Louis as a whole, please, now that we're open, please come across the river and see us.
Well, and what led up to the Clayton location? What led up to the opening?
So we've been working on this project for about 18 months. We had some spots. We'd already really, for the most part, targeted that Brentwood, Richmond Heights, Clayton area. So we'd been looking for space for quite some time. We got approached by a couple new developments in downtown Clayton. So we were kind of looking, we started honing in on that area, and then we settled in right where we are at the corner of Brentwood and Forsyth, that brand new building, the Commerce Emerson Tower, Forsyth Point. We're the ground floor retail right there on Forsyth, and we couldn't be any more fortunate. This white box was absolutely in perfect condition for us to come in and build out our simulators. So like you said, we got 8,300 square feet, 10 simulator bays in here, and we are fully open and ready to go to show you this Trackmans.
Well, and the exciting part of this is just phase one, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I own the St. Louis Metro and most of the state of Missouri for expansion for Five Iron.
Wow.
Five Iron as a brand it's expanding very rapidly around the world. Actually, we're opening within the next 3 years. The brand will open another 140 locations.
Wow. That's incredible. I mean, that's truly incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and
it's really exciting.
Well, and take me through the Five Iron experience. You know, for folks that are looking at this going, wow, this sounds unique. You know, take me through the innovation. We're looking behind you and just looking at the screens and some of the different opportunities there. It looks like fun for whether or not you've been playing golf for 40 years or 40 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are open to beginners, all the way to scratch golfers, low amateurs. Our experience actually, to clarify our times of day, we're open from 6 a.m. to midnight, pretty much every day of the week, a little bit later on the weekends to 1 o'clock. But, at 6 a.m. in the morning, you really see the membership base come in and utilize the facility. This morning we had, 3 guys in here already at 6 a.m., kind of dialing in their swing, looking at the data, really using the practice part of it, which you can see on the far left behind me with the golf ball and the club. That's kind of you can get in on a range, look at data points, swing paths. The system takes video of you while you do it.
Oh, wow.
You can get into some AI generated, if you really want to dial in maybe like a pitching wedge, that you can set up a course that the AI kind of keeps going, whether or not you miss hit something, it'll change the layout of the range for you. And if you kind of hit a few good shots, it'll make the green a little bit harder. So that's really you got some really good technological advancement. It's really state of the art kind of stuff. That we do, and that's specifically for the practice stuff. We see a lot of that during the day for our members.
That is so cool, though. I mean, that's something, not to cut you off, Carlton, that we don't have in this side of the river too much. I mean, we have simulators, and those are fun to go do, but to have something to where you can truly gain that experience, you don't have to have your buddy filming 18 bad shots and you kicking a beer can over,
No. And so the cool part about the Five Iron brand is it kind of separates into 2 separate entities. So we were talking about really that golf junkie, as we call it, look on site. We've kind of, everybody's in here just kind of grinding some shots out, looking at some data. But then towards lunchtime and into happy hour later on in the day, you get into the other side of our business, which we focus in on, which is more the social aspect. So you're coming in maybe for lunch. We've got a full food and beverage menu, pretty extensive cocktail list, beer, wine, mixed spirits, and then we have a really, really extensive food menu. So come in and have some lunch, maybe have some bites for happy hour, but then you can get into the social aspect of it. The lights turn down a little bit, music goes up, and then you see a little bit larger groups come in. They want to have some drinks. and enjoy maybe some of the, if you look up in the top right behind me, you get into maybe playing a course or get into some of the fun social games that we have in the Trackman itself.
Well, that's what I was looking at. I mean, that board's beautiful, and I was seeing number one, we had the courses, which I saw. I just read that you have over 200 courses, and these aren't gyms 18. These are 200 fame courses that we would all come to know. But fill me in on these games first, because that looks really fun. And can we book groups of 10, 20 to have this experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're 10 to 20, you're getting more into the events territory.
Okay.
Bays, when you book a bay, you typically can have up to 6 people in the bay at a time. But the glory part about what we designed here is we have pockets of the bays that allow you to have groups of 12 to 20 people in it at a time. So yeah, we set up our facility is set up for that for sure. In the game specifically, I think you can see on there, it's a little target practice. So you can just set up, it's called Bullseye, and you can just kind of do like some short targets. They have some fun games for kids. There's a game where you shoot into a pond and it's got like wizards and monsters and stuff. It's actually pretty fun. Then they have putt-putt in there, and that's a really social one. You can get 8 people playing putt-putt on the simulator as well. So there's just a lot that it can do from that social side as well.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things too, where how many times if you're a guy out there or a girl that's been playing golf forever and you have the other partner, significant other in your life that always wants to go, but we all know how that first encounter could go on a golf course, sometimes not very good. And this is honestly the best place to start. I mean, you're inside, you're in a great, beautiful location. And I mean, really just to have all these different aspects of the games, the competitive side of it, the practice side, which I think's cooler than anything, but also fill me in. It says online. What's that about?
Yeah, so you can the online aspect, you can play tournaments, you can play in events hooked in online with people all around the world. So there's challenges that you can do. There's actual Trackman, they call them Trackman challenges. So it's playing 3 holes on a course and trying to shoot a target score, or an actual 9-hole or 18-hole. They have those things built in where you can play people around. It's not necessarily like local to St. Louis. For example, as well, Mondays and Tuesday nights when we launch our league play, we will have a local champion, a club champion for St. Louis's location. But every league is also integrated into 5-Iron's national competition. So you're not playing just locally. Everybody is on a leaderboard that's integrated through Trackman, but in 5-Iron's whole database. So
that's pretty cool.
You're not just local. You're playing with people around the world. We're in Australia, Singapore. Oh, wow. We're expanding to Europe. So you're playing against those people live all the time.
I love this. Well, and wanted to get back into the community and group offerings, because we were talking a little bit about that kind of 6 is the sweet spot, but you can fit up to 12, 20 in those bays. Yeah. And I'm sure that comes with people can do birthdays or any type of smaller event, but you also do some pretty cool experiences, and also some semi-private and private rentals. Can you fill us in on those?
Yeah, no, we, like you said, we do events. We really specialize in on that, whether it's a corporate event, a happy hour, birthday, kids event, bar mitzvah, like whatever you want to do, our space is available for that. Now, when you get into a bit of the minutia of some of the golf specific things that we do, we have Brian, our head pro here. He can do seminars with groups of people. Whoa. Whether you want to talk about golf etiquette, behavior around the golf course, or if you just do a group swing setting lesson, you can put those group packages together. And the good thing is even though we do offer and cater to our membership base here, you don't have to be a member to come here. Cool. So all of those things that we are talking about and listen isn't just for members. It's for the general public, whether you're a golfer or not. It is open to the public.
Well, and let's talk about these membership offerings in this grand opening special, because I know that we're running close on time. This is really, when we were looking at the prep sheet, and I was talking to a few, I was expecting, before I got down to the number side, a couple $100 a month, upwards of $300, just because of the technology side for the really affluent golfers and the ones that really want to practice all the time with weather. I mean, look at this. I mean, $129 a month. It's normally $185, but even they're Carlton. I mean, that's a hell of an offer.
It's a steal.
Yeah. So what led to that price point? I mean, because I honestly was expecting a lot more than this.
Yeah, I mean, it's, we want to build a membership base. We want to build a clientele. We want to be there for people that want to use the space. I mean, we want it to be accessible to people. So we wanted to start off at a point that was very reasonable. And those founders rates are still available. They're running out. They're still available. So yeah, like I said, we wanted it to be, affordable and available to when we open. So we didn't want to put ourselves in a position that, made it so, like you said, yeah, that's about 2 hours of bay time right now at prime time. We're seeing $65 an hour. So, 2 hours that equates to that first month buy-in for the annual founders rate.
Well, and especially when, I mean, heck, you and I both know the folks that are always on the courses when the weather turns warmer, but to now have that opportunity to keep that going and really get some good insights on your swings and everything else. I mean, that's a no doubter for so many people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could pass up, especially if you're, a real golfer and want to come in and look at some data and have that accessibility to a club 7 days a week. Like I said, to reiterate, we're open we see people come in at 6 a.m. We've been open for 4 days now, and they're already coming and using it at that time. So yeah, we want to be accessible. We want it to be affordable. We want it to be something that's open and able for the community to use.
Well, and before I let you go, fill me in on these member benefits real quick, if you could. So I know obviously you can walk in and play free for any time, but what else comes with it?
Yeah, you get 20% off anything in-house. So that whether that's food and beverage, whether you're going to sign up you and your buddies for a league night, you get 20% off that. If you want to do lessons with our head pro, Brian, you get 20% off. So really anything you do in the space, you get that benefit. If you sign up for the founders rate, you get $100 credit on your account, and you get a swing evaluation from Brian as well. So I encourage anybody that's looking, whether you're just trying to start up and maybe work on your swing, or if you're looking for a place and you don't belong to a club or whatnot, I would very much encourage everybody to take that while it's there and available.
Oh, 100%. And I can help Brian already, Carlton. Mine's just terrible. We
all can use work, right? Even myself, as being here all the time, I look forward to when I get to have him look at my swing as well.
Well, it's been great talking with you, and best of luck with everything going forward. I know I'm going to stop by and at least try you guys out. This sounds really cool, and really appreciate the opportunity to have you on. What's the best way to get all the information on upcoming deals, specials, and just more when it comes to 5-iron?
Absolutely. 5-Iron Golf has a website, 5irongolf.com. We have a landing page for our Clayton site. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a 5-Iron Golf St. Louis page. We're on LinkedIn as well. 5-Iron Golf also has an Instagram handle that they do for their global brand. So any of those pages will direct you locally to us. And we look forward to seeing you here.
Awesome. Hey, Carlton, thank you so much for your time. We'll talk again soon, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks, CJ.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show as we wrap up this Tuesday morning with the Alt Municipal Band right after this in the heart of the 618.